read your kitchen. Now we go to establishing credibility. When you guys are there, what are things that you're doing? I had someone ask me yesterday, what are keys to closing bigger? I'm like, keys to closing bigger starts from the beginning with making sure, are you building the value from the beginning? So when I say, hey, everything's guaranteed forever, so obviously, Ms. Jones, that's not going to be cheap. When you cut the pen, you're like, as you can see, this is super high quality stuff, so obviously it's going to cost more. When you say, hey, we make K-Bar, we make the U.S. Marine Corps knives that protect our country, like obviously this is really good stuff. So as far as prices, they're definitely higher. Are you planting those seeds? I was scared to do that at first because I didn't want them to freak out. No. You actually want to tell them, hey, this is why it costs what it does. And so they're expecting a bigger number because then you tell them, oh, it's not. Then they're like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, it's actually cheaper than stuff in stores because we're not in stores. But if they're thinking it's going to be cheaper and they're thinking, mid-range, which is what they're used to buying for most things, and all of a sudden you're like, boom, they're like, wait, what? They're going to freak out at the end and let them freak out in the beginning and let them know why it costs what it does. Cool? So that's something I learned when I started closing and having $1,000 plus average order, which Andy can say, all of our guys who have $1,000 plus average orders, you've got to set that. You want to say, like, it costs more, it's an investment, it's expensive at least 10 times before you ever get to prices. Because, guys, I'm going to show you right now how to close on $7,000. You've got to have planted those seeds properly from the beginning. Got it? So when you're going through in the beginning, again, sharing your goals, you're talking big numbers. When you're talking establishing credibility about the company, you're bringing up, hey, this costs more, the guarantee costs more. Obviously it's forever. Hey, super high quality, so obviously that's not cheap. And you're planning those things. But they're like, how much? You're doing a good job when, like, towards the beginning, like, how much is this stuff? You're gonna be like, oh, you might have to take out a second mortgage. Like, no, I'm just kidding. Just sell one of your kids. But have fun with them. The more fun you're having, those are real things that, like, myself, Andy, like, things that we learned years ago to say, and it just makes the customers laugh, and they're like, oh, okay. Like, I don't know, I get that much. I'm like, I don't know, these are pretty expensive. So then you go to create a problem. And so when you go to create, make sure you're saying sets. Sets starts from the beginning. You walk into the house, what a beautiful set of furniture, what a beautiful set of kids. I'm just kidding, but just pointing out sets, all right? So here, sets with wood, they're disgusting, Ms. Jones, they absorb everything. Sets with plastic, you're going through there. Create a problem. You gotta make sure to create a problem. If not, you don't need the solution, right? Then it has there the top stuff. When you see they have good stuff, you wanna make sure you point that out. I typed it out for you, you guys can read. But make sure that you guys hit that. Then you get to step 4, building value for the solution. So, hey, Ms. Jones, here's 5 features. Let me tell you why they cost what they do. And now you go through, and so each feature, you're like, hey, you have this feature, and this costs more because blank. And hey, we have this feature, and this costs more because blank. And so you're going through each feature and why it costs more, all right? And the biggest reason Cutco costs what it does is because of the guarantee, all right? Transition. Matt, can you read that out loud for me, please? Everyone follow along.
Cutco makes everything in the kitchen. We have your knife sets, cookware, flatware, kitchen and outdoor accessories, as well as military-grade hunting and fishing knives. I'm going to start with the knife sets first because that's usually what people's first investment. That's usually people's first investment. But then I'll show you everything else real quick because if you do see stuff you might want later for you or for gifts, there are great deals on bundles and packages. The more you buy now, the more you save.
Cool. Circle that, star it, but right after the guarantee, before I go into showing them the sets, I say that. I'm like, so hey, Cutco makes everything for the kitchen. We have the nice sets, we have flatware, we have cookware, we have outdoor, like military grade, hunting, fishing knives, a bunch of accessories for indoor and outdoor as well. I'm gonna start with the knives first, because that's usually people's first investment, and then I'll show you the rest of the stuff, Ms. Jones, because if there's stuff you see you might need later for you or for gifts, you get great deals when you buy bundles or packages. The more you buy it once, the more you save. And they're like, oh yeah, obviously that makes sense. So just planting that seed right there. And now we go to show them the sets. All right, everyone good?
Yes.
Now we go into the sets, and you're like, so Ms. Smith, we've got 3 family sets. All right, so I flip in my book, and I say we have 3 family sets. So the first thing they're seeing is what? The homemaker, right? So I'm just showing the homemaker. I skip the where it has all the knives, and I just go straight to the picture of the homemaker sets. And I'm just like, Ms. Jones, we've got our basic set. This was designed in 1949 to cover your basic cutting needs. It's 7 knives, 2 forks, and a spatula. It's good for families that don't cook much. Then we have our complete set, and I show them the picture. I flip the page and I show them the picture. All right, and actually can I steal your blue book so you guys can just see it, all right? So again, we went through, we finished the guarantee. Ms. Jones, you make everything for the kitchen, yada, 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 everyone good. and then we say, so, and I just go to here and I go, so this is our basic set. This was designed in 1949, and you're going through and explaining to them, this was designed to take care of basic cutting needs. 7 knives, 2 forks, and a spatula. So you talk about that. And I'm like, and then we have our complete set, right? This guy right here. And our complete set is our basic, has our basic tools, which I'm going to walk through those with you. And it has our customer most requested tools. All right. And that set with everything is people, people that love to cook, love to entertain, have big families, or love to have the best. And then there's one in between. It's our signature family set for families that like to cook or do basic entertainment. So let me walk you through that. And I walk through at the signature, all right? That's where I walk through. So I always say, hey, we have our basic cutting tools. We have our complete, which is the basic and specialty. And then there's one in between, and this is our signature family set. Think about when you go to a restaurant, and they say, here's our signature plate. What does that mean? That's what they're known for. That's what they're known for. So when I go somewhere, I'm always looking for what's their signature item, what's their signature dish, what are they known for? When I go to a massage parlor, what do I look for? What is their signature massage? They have, like, this is the house, the signature massage. When I've gone to different spas, they have their signature thing that they do. So you always look for that. So that's why we named it our signature set. And so this is our family set for people that like to cook or do basic entertaining. This is the signature family set. Everyone got that? All right. So I walk through here. And I go, so Ms. Jones, let me walk you through real quick. First tool in your basic set is your air knife. And so you're walking through the tools. And when I get to here, and I'm like, and that would end your basic cutting tools. And then our signature family set does have the Hardy slicer. This thing is freaking awesome. All right, most of you guys who went to SC1 should have it. Like, who's used it yet? Like, I'm obsessed about that. It is my favorite. Grab a pineapple with that one. It's like warm butter you just went through. It's so good. But I use it for a lot of bulk. I use it for pepperoni logs, cheese platters, like when we do like parties and stuff. I use it when I'm doing ceviche or I'm doing like stir fry, because I can put multiple fish fillets and I just like muscle through and do strips, flip it, and then muscle through and do strips and put the cubes in there, cut everything up super fast. That thing is freaking awesome. So anyway, talk about that. I'm like, so that's in our heavy duty family, Ms. Jones. We make 3 heavy duty knives. We've got the butcher, that I talked about. We have Papa Cleaver, which is 1.2 pounds. So if you do a lot of hunting, or if you have like coconuts, or like my family cooks whole pigs for the holidays, that's the guy you want to use. And then the Hardy slicer is our 3rd heavy duty knife. This is not for whacking, it's for muscling. It's for muscling through tough chops, all right? And if you want details on names and uses, go on my YouTube channel. There's stuff on there. Justin has stuff. I have stuff on explaining the sets. Then you've got your Petite Santoku. This is in the chopping family, Ms. Jones. So I was telling you this for all your veggies. This for intricate mincing. I use it a lot for like cilantro. I use it for ginger. I use it for garlic. I use it for parsley and just like very small intricate mincing. So if your daughter or your husband or someone's like cutting all the veggies, or you are, they can do like all the herbs and spices. You've got your cheese knife. The thing is so awesome. It has the holes in it. It doesn't stick to the block. You have a micro double D edge. Who's used a cheese knife before? Raise your hand. That's my second favorite. Hardy slice is my favorite. And then the cheese, I don't know. They like battle, but I love that thing. So I'll go to Costco, and if I'm doing like manchego with like quince paste or something, I'll get a whole block of manchego, and I'm like, it just like glides through. It's so freaking easy. Because if you buy the pre-pack, it's like 10 slices for like $1 million. I'm like, I'll buy a $10 block and have like 100 slices. Thank you. So anyway, thing's awesome. It comes with 10 table knives or 10 steak knives. You've got the scissors that come in the block. All right, everyone watch. Ready? You want to show the complete set? You do what? Who's trained with me? What do you do first? You close this first. All right? So again, reminder. So Ms. Jones, so that is your signature family set. And then again, the complete has the basic tools and our specialty knives. And you walk through those. Cool? So if you were considering a set for your family long term, which would you prefer? The complete set, so you'll have everything you need, the signature family set for people that like to cook or do basic entertaining, or just the basic cutting knives? And you write it on their wish list. Everyone got it? No. Have we done prices yet? No prices. Ms. Jones, let me show you what else we got. And then you guys can dive in. Here's a quick tip. I would actually, do you mind if I tear up your book real quick? It's good. I would get rid of the starter sets from right here, and I just put them in the back. So what I did with a lot of my guys during SC1 is I just took this book. I just want these last 2 pages. So I literally just did this and left those there, and I put this in the back when we go through all of the other sets. And if I need it, I'll go back there. But that's just something I did, is because I was going to show them the whole book. So I just said, okay, cool. So I finished showing them the sets, right? And I asked them which set they liked the best. And then I said, we also have our flatware. And you go through flatware like Frank just talked about, cool? And then, hey, would you want to know prices on that? Do you think you'd want, settings for 8, 12, whatever? All right, cool. Would you want to, depending how much they entertain? Would you want to know prices on multiples? All right, great. We have our cookware. You talk about cookware. We just went through the cookware with you guys, right? We talk about that. So Ms. Jones, if you were considering a set, which one of those would you like best? Okay, cool. You write it on their wish list. Hey, let me show you all of our accessories here. We have a lot of cool gifts and stuff. And so you walk through everything. Hey, would you need anything for weddings, birthdays, things coming up? You're jotting stuff down. You're showing them all the accessories. Frank just went through all that. When I get here, I go, we've got little gift sets for like house warmings and weddings. These are the ones for the people you don't like that much. These are the ones for you like a little bit more. All right. So I'm like, depending on how much you want to spend on someone, I know there's some people you have the $100 budget, and then there might be your niece who's getting married that you're like, I'm going to spend $500 or $1,000. So depending on what you're looking to spend, there's different sets for different things. Sounds good? And they're like, all right, cool. So once we finish all this, now we go. Now we'll transition into closing. So back into the finishing the 7 steps. So I just went through, you walk through the sets, right? Then we go into comparing prices, and then we ask for the order. So now switch over to Cathy's kitchen clothes, all right? Your foundation, and I told your managers I didn't have a chance to before, and they will test you this week. You've got to have your basics down. The foundation is so freaking important. It's built upon it, right? But you have to have that foundation where you're like, hey, when it comes to high quality cutlery, it's like anything else. There's a wide variety of quality and prices. Cutco's top rated, so we only compare the best stuff. So Ms. Jones, what I have here. So this, you're gonna hear Cathy speaking. If you hear me doing my clothes on a demo, this is exactly, one of my guys recorded me, and that's where we typed this up, all right? Recorded me saying my clothes. There's a video of me last year doing it live for some guys somewhere. Damien has it on Facebook. But anyway, so once I go through the whole book, right? I just did that. I made their wish list. Now I go to here, and so right away I say what? I'm like, hey, Ms. Jones, let's talk prices. All right, so that's my transition. Your transition could be different, but my transition, once I went through the whole book, is I went back to the picture of the computer. I said, all right, well, let's talk prices. Have you had a chance to price fine cutlery lately? It's kind of a joke, because most people haven't done that, And I'm like, have you had a chance to price fine cutlery lately? And they're like, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, most people do that when they get married, So and that's why it says, if no, yeah, most people do that. I always told them, like, yeah, most people do that when you get married. Like, yeah. And if they're like, actually, we were at Williams-Sonoma, very small percent. But if they said that, I'm like, all right, cool. Then you already know. Like, this stuff is not cheap. They're like, oh, yeah, I know. I'm like, it's like anything else. There's a wide variety of quality and prices. So Cutco's top rated, so we only compare the highest quality brands. So this here, and I gave you guys a comparison. You can make your own, but I just took the top set of shoes, the top set of all-clad copper cookware that's in stores, and I took the Alton flatware that are $120 per setting, and I just made a little cart, right, on Williams-Sonoma. I did this last summer. You can do it tonight on your own and make one with today's date on it, but I just made this. So I'm like, all right, so Ms. Jones, here's a price comparison for some of the top brands. You can use your book to do the comparison, and then you can show them like the kitchen prices right after, okay? You're like, yeah, so this right here, these are some of the top brands for cutlery sets, cookware, and flatware you find at Williams-Sonoma and other top kitchen stores. Have you ever been to Williams-Sonoma? Many moms will say yes, all right? Some might say no, and I'm like, all right, well, it's like they own, and I always say they own Pottery Barn. You've heard of Pottery Barn? And they're like, oh, yeah, everyone's heard of Pottery Barn. So if you guys go on the Williams-Sonoma website, you'll see Pottery Barn on the top because they own them, all right? So I'm like, all right, cool. So this here is a price comparison for some of the top brands for cutlery sets, cookware, flatware. You'll find at Williams-Sonoma, other top kitchen stores. Have you been to Williams-Sonoma? And I'm like, all right, cool. So Shun, these are the Japanese ones, along with Wusthof and Henckels are your top rated knives. I'm like, these high quality sets are made overseas. These are Japanese, the other ones are German. And each brand has different sets that actually range in price. So these here are the 7 Series, like fully loaded model. So obviously they're not cheap. All right, and now I'm gonna walk through, and I'm like, yeah, so these are the prices. You know, like I'm just I walk them through here. I'm like, so if you went to Williams-Sonoma and you were going to replace the 3 major parts of your kitchen, normally it would be $11,776. As you can see right now at Williams-Sonoma, it's on sale, and you can get it for $8,739. Okay, so there are some major differences between these brands and Cutco. And now we go through the differences, right? Does that look familiar to you guys? It's the same freaking thing that we've been doing forever. So you go through the differences with them, with the knives, and I'm like, so All Clad is a top cookware sold in stores, but it's not low moisture cookware, which is a higher grade of cookware altogether, and it's not sold in stores. So again, Salad Masters, like all those are sold like at home shows and stuff. So this is one of the top stainless flatware sets that's sold from Italy. All right. So anyone who owns Cutco, like Miss Smith, Miss Jones, are like, they'll tell you it's 10 times better than any I've ever used. I know you haven't had a chance to use it that much yet, but considering the guarantee and unique features, most people would agree Cutco's at least twice as good as the in-store competition. Well, when something's twice as good, offers twice the quality and value, what do you expect it to pay in price? Yeah, twice the cost. So if you were looking to redo your kitchen today with Cutco at twice the price, Ms. Jones, even if we use the sale price, you'd be talking over $17,000. All right, and so on my paper, what I have is I have their wish list. Cool? Their wish list is here. So on the side, I go, hey, so if you were gonna redo your entire kitchen today, and I'm showing them here, even using the sale price at double the price, you're looking at over $17,000. So instead of writing 4,000, I'm writing 17,000. Right? So, and by the way, for you, you might freak out with those numbers. That's not a freak out when you're redoing something for your kitchen. If you're redoing your countertops and doing marble, do you know how much those cost? Tens of thousands. If you're redoing cabinets, do you know how much they cost?
Same.
Tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands, depending if it's like really nice wood and depending on the decor. There's fake wood and there's real wood, and they cost different amounts of money. All right, IKEA is fake wood. You got to realize, like, it's real, so it's different prices. All right, but regardless, it's very normal to spend that money when you're redoing a kitchen. Does everyone understand that? So don't freak out, because Miss Jones is not freaking out. That's what you pay when you redo stuff for a kitchen. So again, so Miss Jones, if you were going to redo your whole kitchen with Cutco, if you were going to redo these components, and you were looking at stuff at Williams-Sonoma, well, you know, when something's twice as good, you went through that. You're like, since twice the sale price, you'd be talking over 17,000. So it's like, and I say, so it's like buying a top-of-line Sub-Zero fridge or Wolf appliances. I don't know if you guys have looked at those, but if you go online and check out Wolf appliances. Go online and check out your top-end Sub-Zeros. Does anyone know what a Sub-Zero fridge, full doors, how much they are?
$5,000.
The one I like is over 16 grand. Just so you know. Go online and look at it. All right? It's just like, yep. So, by the way, I'm letting you know. This is the top stuff. You can say, how does, oh my God, a Bentley costs how much? A car costs, it's a Bentley. You're paying 200 grand for that car? Yeah, it's a Ferrari. You know, like, I'm not talking about a freaking Kia. I'm talking about Ferrari, got it? Or Rolls Royce or whatever. So we're not dealing with shit products. We're dealing with the best. When you're dealing with the best of something, it's going to cost money. Got it? So, Ms. Jones, the awesome thing about Cutco is that since it's not sold in stores, it's not $17,000. As a matter of fact, it's not even as much as the sales price at Williams-Sonoma, which is $8,739. And by the way, you'd eventually replace those, right? None of this stuff is guaranteed. So I always plug that. I'm like, so it's not even as much as this, which is over 8,000, and eventually you would replace those. Our kitchen, Ms. Jones, which is guaranteed forever, separately costs $83.39, but if you wanted to try it all out, there's actually a bundle package where you save over 20%, and it's $65.24. Cool? So if you wanted to try it all out, you could pay for it all in full today, but you know, most people don't do that. You know, as I mentioned earlier, I'm assuming you didn't put away 7 to 10 grand to redo your kitchen today, and you haven't even had a chance to try it all out, all right? So what most people do when they start out their Cutco collection is use our deposit program, all right? And then we explain the deposit program. Brian, can you read that out loud for me, please? This allows
you to put down a 100% refundable security deposit to try out the products and see how you like them.
By the way, is this familiar to anybody who's coached with me or been to any of my Ask Kicker meetings? It's just how I close. Go ahead.
Deposit is for 20%. It gives you 3 weeks to just try them and see what you think. Worst case, you send anything back and you get 100% of your money back. You had pre-Cutco for 3 weeks, and you had pre-Cutco for 3 weeks. But what usually happens is you're going to fall in love just like
Julie did,
and you'd have them forever. So then you'd have 2 choices: fall and pay the whole thing off, or use our Easy Pay, which is interest free, and they charge you the same amount every 30 days. For 4 months.
So the deposit to try out the kitchen with taxes comes out to $14.15. Again, it's 100% refundable. Really gives you a chance to get a feel for everything. If you wanted to do that today, the company allows me to give you a free, give you your choice of free gifts up to, and by the way, you can change the verbiage there and I just say, hey, if you want to do that today as a thank you, and that's what I like to say, like as a thank you from me to you, I'll actually give you a $1,000 shopping spree and you get the fishing knives you like for free, the barbecue tool, and I list off everything that's on their wish list up to $1,000. I'm like, you could get this and this and this and this and this, all as gifts from me as a thank you. All right, so now that you know the prices, would you want to put down a deposit and try everything out, or would you rather see the packages on the stuff that you liked? All right, and so it's just every time can you throw that out there and show them like, hey, here's the full kitchen just to get a price perspective, all right? And then you're like, or would you want to see the package on the stuff you liked? And they're like, it's very rare you're going to have someone who's like, yeah, let's get the whole kitchen. But just throw it out there. Regardless, it's going to help you sell the other stuff. And this is where we're going to roll. All right, so if they say yes, don't freak out. All right, what do you say, Dion? If they say yes, what do you say?
Okay, great. By the way, did you have any other gifts or?
Did you have any other homes or gifts that you might need stuff for? Or do you? All right, he's like, hey, about a kid. That's usually how you feel, by the way. When I closed my first kitchen, I was like, so, it's like, oh, yeah, you're like so excited, Calm, cool, collected, all right. So they say yes, all right, great. Like, you're gonna love your stuff. By the way, did you have any other, or do you have any other homes or gifts that you might need things for, all right? Ask that. I don't care if you're in a shit house. I had 2 people, I was in this small house, and the lady was like, yeah, actually, our main house in Rhode Island. I was like, what? And I was in like a shithole, all right? I bought another house. I had someone else who's like, oh, actually, she's like, well, I don't need for me, but I could use another set for my friend for her wedding. And she spent another $2,000 on a wedding gift. And I did not expect that from the house that I was at. I did not expect that at all. All right, so you just never know. You always want to ask. If they said no, hey, let me show you the deals on what you loved. Cool? Now you're gonna write down all the prices of everything they liked. All right, and you say, hey, the price of everything you liked is blank. But if you did it as a bundle, it would only be blank. Let me show you, quick tip on making deals. You use all the retail prices. When I said here, the retail price of the stuff that you liked is $8,339. If you guys go, and you could do this later, on Cutco.com, and when you're doing this for your customers, that when you get the prices, the full prices, go to Cutco.com. I'm gonna see if I can get a document put together with Matt Kahn, because I know he had some of this stuff from the Cutco store, and get the price, as if, you know how it says like, if bought individually, it costs blank, right? If you guys go on Cutco.com, the flatware chest shows the price. It's over $2,000, but it's only $1,339. If you look at the ultimate, it's whatever price, but if they get it in the bundle, it's discounted. So they get it as a set. So it always shows the individual prices and then the set price. That's what I use. So when I quote the first price, I always quote the price that's from Cutco.com, which is if they bought everything individually. I go, but if you get it as a set, it's only blank amount. Or if you get this as a package, it's only blank amount, all right? So we just add everything up, and we're like, hey, if you do it as a bundle, it would only be blank. So again, you could pay in full or just do the deposit, and that would come out to blank. And if you did that, you can get blank in gifts today. I usually do 10% of what they're spending. So if it's $1,500, I offer $150 in free gifts. If it's $3,000, I offer $300 in free gifts. So just drop a zero on whatever they're spending, and that's how much you can offer in free gifts, all right? And then I just say, is that something you feel comfortable with? If they're on the fence, then we can use trade-ins where they can trade in their stuff and get deals and discounts. But your managers will help you with this. So what I want to do, and then I'm going to have Cody wrap us up, is I want you guys to get a run through real quick on this so you can just say it. So I want you guys to, everybody grab a partner. So sit down, stand up, whatever, grab a partner. You have 3 seconds to find a partner. Frank, if you can tell Cody to be ready to roll, all right? Grab a partner.